If you smell.
That's the one you picked?
Yeah.
I guess you can't really do like glass shatter.
No, I'm just kidding. Could you imagine?
That would be insane.
Ay, Dios mío. Welcome, everyone.
Everyone, long time, no goddamn see, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. This is what happens when you don't have a pay-per-view event for a month, and then the month before you're in a different state.
It's just been a very crazy couple months. We just both got incredibly busy. Incredibly busy. Sorry, I'm mumbling my words because there's only one word that matters right now, and that word is WrestleMania.
Oh, woo!
Woo! So welcome to Pay-Per-View WrestleMania 38.
Oh, how exciting. We are going to take a look at the card as it is right now.
Right.
Knowing that it's very possible that it may change in this upcoming week. So we're going to start with Saturday. So the first match that we are going to talk about, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. The Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs.
Yeah!
Wow! We're big Boogs heads over here.
Oh,
Boogs
we have
cruisers.
year-long tickets to ride aboard the Boogs cruise.
We bought a timeshare on the Boogs cruise. We live at sea now. We love Rick Boogs.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm actually excited for this match just because I love both of these tag teams. Night one, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know, because if they're going to lose it at any night, I feel like WrestleMania makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And also, Shinsuke just lost the Intercontinental Championship, and I feel like this team is popular enough to warrant them having a tag team run. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
But the Usos have held it for so long, the longest.
Right. And if night two ends the way I think it's going to end, then I feel like the Usos retaining. I'm going to go with the dark horse on this one. I'm going to say I think Shinsuke and Rick Boogs are taking this one.
Interesting. I would like to see Shinsuke and Rick Boogs take it, but also it kind of feels like, I mean, they've been a tag team for a very long time, but this specific like rivalry, it doesn't even feel like a rivalry yet. So part of me thinks it's like too soon, but I would be happy if they did win and they became the SmackDown champions.
Yeah, and I would be okay if the Usos retained, because it just
too.
adds to this really iconic run they've got going on with the bloodline as a whole.
We the ones, Zeus.
We the ones, Zeus, one and done. 1D, baby.
1D, baby. But I think either way, we're going to get a crazy good match, and we're going to see Rick Boogs fucking, what do they call it?
Human press. I don't know.
Human press. Both of the Usos at the same time.
What's next?
What's next? It's Drew McIntyre versus Happy fucking Corbin. I anticipate, expect, and hope that Drew McIntyre destroys Happy Corbin. Happy Corbin, who as Happy Corbin has been unbeatable, right?
He's undefeated as Happy Corbin.
Life defeated him quite well before he was Happy Corbin.
Bum ass
fucking Corbin.
I also think Drew McIntyre will win. But I think we're going to get much better of a match than maybe we're expecting, because I always forget that Corbin's actually pretty decent in the ring.
He is, and Madcap Moss is also very good in the ring.
Yeah, he's a little reckless because he's very big and he's very fast. But he's also, that said, he's still very good. And
I think what might happen here is we might end up getting a Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss rivalry started.
For Backlash? Maybe.
Just for the future. I don't know. It kind of feels like it's heading that way. And then maybe Happy Corbin will transition back to some other fucking Corbin. Yeah. What would he even be called then? Just go back to Baron?
I hope not.
So next, the Mysterios versus The Miz and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's here, everybody. Aren't you excited?
I'm excited to have the Mysterios and The Miz at WrestleMania.
I'm excited for that too. And okay, as much as we dislike Logan Paul as a person, we both agreed that if Logan Paul had gone into wrestling as a heel earlier, probably, it would have been good for him.
Absolutely.
And I think they're starting to realize that. When the first few times that they brought him out as like a special guest, they were like, oh my God, aren't you guys loving it? And everyone was like, boo, no, tomato, tomato.
Right.
Now they're leaning into that, and he's becoming more of like an asshole. Lean into that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I much prefer you selling Logan Paul to us as a heel instead of like this cool, good guy, special guest, super famous guy.
Right.
You know? And again, I do think if he's able to put forth enough effort to train and learn how to wrestle safely, I think him as a heel in the WWE could work.
What this most likely is like another celebrity run, kind of like how Bad Bunny. But I think Bad Bunny has kind of set a new bar for celebrity features or celebrity runs on WWE because he was actually pretty damn good.
I just rewatched Bad Bunny's WrestleMania match from last year yesterday. I tried to get my parents to watch it. They did not give a shit. But it was so good.
Yeah.
And you can tell that that's somebody who watched wrestling growing up and loved it and cared enough to put in the effort to train and learn how to do it correctly and safely, learn how to sell and all that kind of stuff.
And I think Logan Paul's experience, one, I guess he has an experience with amateur wrestling from his like high school and maybe some college. I don't know if he went to college. But he has some experience in amateur wrestling, and also he has professional boxing experience as well. So I don't doubt that he is incapable or unwilling to learn that stuff. Just kind of say what we want as a person, as a personality, but just as like as an athlete. I think he's up to the task, and I think I saw a video recently. I didn't watch the full thing, but it's like a little Instagram video that he has been at the WWE Performance Center training for WrestleMania.
I don't want it to feel like I'm here for one match to sell an energy drink or whatever the fuck. I didn't get that from Bad Bunny. Like, oh, I'm here to promote an album or whatever.
Right.
Like that did not feel like that to me. So we'll have to see. I think this is going to be like the first full match with Logan Paul, because he's usually just there to talk shit and then like do one move and then leave
or get a move done on him.
Yeah.
I miss Johnny Drip Drip. I will say that. And I am excited. Hopefully Maurice makes an appearance at WrestleMania.
I put a bullet point here, which seems a little harsh. I was making this earlier this morning while I was working on a break, on my lunch break. I don't care about Logan Paul, only Maurice. And you know what? That's a little harsh, but I stand by it. Where's Maurice? Where's Maurice? Do you think Maurice is going to come out?
I mean,
I fucking hope so.
I sure hope so.
I love Maurice. She's so funny.
The prediction, I guess we never got to that part.
Probably the Mysterios.
I would hope the Mysterios, especially now that they have this whole Miz stole his mask and now they have to...
That was insane.
Yeah. I'm surprised they did that.
I'm surprised... Yeah, Ray allowed that. Next. Ooh.
Oh.
Next we have interesting bit of WrestleMania. We have the KO show featuring fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And here's where we'll edit in on the edited version, the glass shattering.
Okay, so yeah, Kevin Owens is being confronted by Stone Cold Steve Austin because Kevin Owens has been running his math about fucking Texas.
Yeah, yes.
Rightfully. Jonathan, do you think there will be a match?
I don't know. All I know is that Stone Cold has been, on the interview circuit, has been talking a lot about getting back into ring shape. Which makes me think, like, is this a match? Even if it's like no. If I don't think it's like a return. Like if he has a match, it is one and done. He can't come back.
Here's the thing. He was injured in his prime, right?
Right.
So I don't think there's gonna be a full match. I think there might be like something super theatrical, kind of like that one WrestleMania where he drove that beer truck out and he sprayed everyone. Maybe something like that where he doesn't have to actually be like super physical, and there might be a little bit of like a sequence.
Right. I can see some sort of.
Be a match.
I think what we'll probably see is some sort of extended like brawl between the two of them.
Yeah.
But as far as Johnny P, what he wants to see, I would love if 19 years later we get one last match from the Texas Rattlesnake. It'll be so cool. I don't think. Well, it's hard to say. It really is hard to say because, like, how many wrestlers have there been? Well, really one notable one in the last few years, but that have, retired and like thought they were never going to wrestle again. Mm-hmm. And Edge is still around. And I don't think he's going to be coming back like full time or as much of a basis as Edge is, but I don't know. It'll be really cool. If nothing else, I think we'll see him do a few of the classic moves. So like the bop bop bop, flick him off.
Yeah.
Bop bop bop. Stone Cold Stunner.
Can he flick people off because it's a pay-per-view? Oh my god.
I don't know. WWE's been getting real rowdy lately.
Yeah, true. Well.
Where fucking Seth Rollins, so he's like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how long this interview would go on because of the tension that has been built.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm excited for Raw tonight because of the bullshit that KO pulled on us last week.
Can we talk about how Raw last week, John and I
freaked
out. And then I think jokingly, while we were waiting for Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out, you were like, what if it's Kevin Owens in a bald cap? And then it was fucking Kevin Owens in a bald cap. And then he did it again. And you were like, what if this is another fake out? And it was another fake out.
Because these types of things have happened before. The Miz did something similar to mock The Rock once. And Shawn Michaels did the fake out entrance with Bret Hart's music started playing, and they have a whole history.
Yeah.
So, so it's like these are things that have been done before, but still, it didn't.
Not for me.
Both still landed very well, and the crowds were
audience.
The pops were there, and the disappointment afterward.
You were so upset. And I understand.
It's like they're hyping it up so much, then that's what's making me think it's going to be more than just an interview.
Yeah.
So it very well could and probably would be a like extended sequence between the two of them and not an official match, just Stone Cold kind of putting him in his place.
Right.
But how cool would it be if it was a fucking match?
What if I want Stone Cold Steve Austin to come back as a color commentator?
Oh, he would be so good.
Wouldn't that be great?
He would be so good.
He would be so good.
Either way, I think who wins here? The fans. And I think included in that is Kevin Owens.
For
characters
sure.
aside, anyone who knows and follows Kevin Owens, this is like a dream come true for him.
Finishing move is the stunner.
Is Stone Cold move. Yeah. So like.
All right. So the next one is big. It's a big guy.
It's a big one.
Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. So, of course, this is for the Raw Women's Championship. And I think it's only fucking fair that Bianca Belair whips the shit out of Becky Lynch and takes her championship.
Absolutely.
So she can stop saying, no one's won this off of me for 3 years, blah, blah, blah. Do you think, now here's something I thought about. I don't think they'll do it because it's borderline not great. Do you think Becky Lynch will try to cut off Bianca Belair's ponytail?
Maybe.
I think Bianca Belair is going to win, and I think they're going to be like, she's won 2 back-to-back WrestleManias.
Yeah, which would be awesome for her. That would be
so cool.
And also, I'm not going to lie. For anyone watching this either here or on YouTube, seen our clips on TikTok, y'all know we were not as big of a Becky Lynch fans as we are now. We were not happy with the outcome of SummerSlam just because it
was just too rushed.
Yeah, it felt weird and it felt kind of disrespectful. And just anyway, but that said, the trajectory that they've taken, not only Becky Lynch's championship reign, but also this particular rivalry, I've quite enjoyed, and I've actually, it makes me look forward to this match even more, knowing that we can go date it all the way back to SummerSlam coming back, because Becky Lynch has had other, other rivalries, some not so good, some very entertaining. Since Bianca Belair,
half a year.
Yeah, so I'm excited, and I mean, we love Bianca Belair here, so I'm excited. In this household,
we love Bianca Belair.
We love Bianca Belair.
I also do love Becky Lynch.
But before we get to the ending of night one, the match that's rumored that I think probably will happen, and if it does, I think it's going to happen in night one. The Colossus Omos.
Oh, true.
Versus, and again, this is speculation and rumor, the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Bashley. I also heard rumors that Omos was going to get a match against a bigger superstar that we would be surprised about. And that is kind of surprising.
Right.
But, I mean, would that match be entertaining? Yes, probably. Omos's whole thing is just he's very, very big.
Right. I think they're having a tough time finding a footing for him, no pun intended.
Yeah. Because it made sense him being paired with AJ Styles, who's small and fast.
Right.
Now that he's on his own, I don't know.
Great Khali over. Yeah. And I mean, Omos is still relatively new, so I think, eventually, I hope
he'll find his footing.
Yeah, they'll find something for him, but like a lot of those, real larger than life, they're not all Andre the Giant, they're not all the Big Show or the Great Khali. I think it's hard when your whole thing is just that you're huge. And I mean, every now and again, Omos does some real impressive shit, like that kick he did to Commander Aziz.
Leg higher than my height.
Yeah, like oh shit, this motherfucker can scrap. Yeah. But it just all the matches they've been putting him in have not really done him any favors, even though he wins them all.
Yeah.
To have Bobby Lashley in WrestleMania, I mean, there's definitely something I want to see. I've grown to really like Bobby Lashley over the last year. So I would like to see him, and I'd like to see him come back. And it would be cool to see him end a winning streak from Omos, and just, I don't know, have a good return. But also, it sucks because he's a very good, like, technical wrestler, and Omos, we haven't really seen him get to do a lot of that. So I'm just wondering how that would turn out. But I'd be happy to see Bobby Lashley come back, though. So
me too. So we'll have to see if that match even happens.
Yeah, and if it does, I'm gonna place my bets on Bobby Lashley.
Oh, same.
Listen,
he wrestled professionally.
Don't you laugh at me, boy.
I get what you mean, John. I'm on your side. I love you. Anyway.
I love you too, Bean.
Final match for night one, as far as we know.
Yeah.
For the SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. So John mentioned, because they're talking a lot of hot shit about, I didn't tap out, you tap, blah, blah, blah. I learned this good pin, whatever. All you have is an arm bar, whatever. So John was like, what if they make this match submissions only? And that's interesting, John. I like that idea.
Yeah, I think it's a very real possibility because they've been making such a big deal out of it. Mm-hmm. And even if they don't, I feel like we're going to see the match end in a submission.
I agree.
Someone's going to tap out. But I think the theater person in me wants them to raise the stakes and make it a submissions only match. Just because that would be such an interesting way to go for
it would be very well written.
Yeah.
With the dialogue we've gotten. Plus, a lot of these matches aren't like special matches. I don't know what it's called. What is it called when something has like a condition? But yeah, not a lot of these have something like that.
That's what One True Villain said. Stipulations.
Yeah. So I mean, it would make sense to me. It'd be cool. I guess we'd have to see on Friday what they say.
Yeah.
But out of the two, who do you think will win? I think Ronda Rousey's probably going to take it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Ronda Rousey would probably win, especially because all of her runs, I've not been there for her runs thus far. Mm-hmm. But from what I understand, they've not been very long because she gets injured. I would like to see what she does as champ.
I think if anyone's going to like come in out of the blue and beat Charlotte Flair, it would be Ronda Rousey.
Right. But here's my thing. If Ronda Rousey does win, here's where I get a little worried. Has nothing to do with her. It's that I feel like WWE likes to really push Charlotte Flair for whatever reason.
What do you mean for whatever reason? Isn't it obvious?
No, I mean they like to push her as champion, like for title, like for championship runs. And I think she's a great heel champion. She's like one of the best out there right now. What I got tired of when she was on Raw is that if she lost the title, like she was immediately back and would just win again.
Right, yeah.
And that's what I don't want to see happen. I'd like to see where they're able to take Ronda Rousey should she become the champ. And if she doesn't, then I'd be interested in see who comes after Charlotte after that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I guess I didn't really think about it before, but yeah. It's like with Bianca Belair, when she lost her title, they were like back of the line.
Right.
And then she had to like work her way up.
Right.
Very slowly over months. And I guess Charlotte Flair really didn't have to do that.
Yeah, because she would just like come out and interrupt matches and like
me again.
Right.
Which, yeah.
It works for her character, but it just, they do that so much that I'm just like,
I want it to feel
organic,
earned.
Yeah.
And like, we've been on this long journey of her trying to get a championship before she gets one.
Right.
So that was night 1 of WrestleMania. Are you tired? It's midnight now, probably. So let's go on to night 2. Lovely, easygoing Sunday.
Yeah.
First up, we have the Raw Tag Team Championship match. And it is a triple threat match. Triple threat. We have RK Bro defending against the Alpha Academy and the Street Profits. I'm excited for this match.
Yeah.
I have come to love... I mean, I knew that I loved Street Profits. I knew that I loved RK Bro.
Who would have thought?
Alpha Academy is sneaking up. I like them a lot.
Yeah. I don't know what changed. I don't know what creative freedom they started giving Chad Gable. But oh my God, when Chad Gable and Otis are allowed to just do whatever, they're so fucking good. They're so funny.
Yeah. Chad Gable is good at being like loud and funny.
Right.
And then Otis, every once in a while, says one line that like you barely hear right before it cuts to commercial.
Right.
And you're like, what the fuck did he just say? And it's some hilarious shit. But he's like so quiet. I really like both of them.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see them in this match, and I'm happy to see them at WrestleMania. It's gonna be cool.
If I didn't like RK Bro so much, I would be a little bummed that their tag team title run wasn't a little longer.
Yeah.
But even that, like, it felt, I don't know. That was a good match when they won the titles back. So I'm excited to see this match as well. And shout outs and congratulations to Randy Orton, because he's entering WrestleMania. This is an achievement that I think he's the only person who's come in like as a world champ, United States, Intercontinental, and tag team. Yeah,
Quite the achievement.
Quite the achievement for Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Our Latin king.
Oh, Randy. I don't know who will win. I know that RK Bro literally just got the titles back.
Right.
But something in me is telling me that that's not a good enough reason for them to keep them. The Street Profits?
I don't know. But they've been... It's hard to say because I feel like after last week, they were very much put in more of a heel light. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be interesting to see them as heel champions.
I can't even imagine that because I love them so much.
Alpha Academy are also kind of those heel champions. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. But something's telling me those other two teams have already had their chance as champs. So
and if Montez Ford is a champion and Bianca Belair wins and is also a champion, hello, I love that.
Come on,
writes itself.
So part of me, again, I think maybe the Street Profits are taking it.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say definitively, but
either way, no matter what, that's going to be a good match.
Oh,
it's
definitely.
It's going to be a great match.
The matches between RK Bro and the Alpha Academy are usually good, and the same can be said with the Street Profits. Even if their match is short, I can't think of really a bad match that I can remember. If anything else, they are always good in their matches. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited. And Montez Ford, I would just like to see him be some sort of champion at this point.
I think they've more than earned it at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, next we have the biggest match in all of WrestleMania history, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's fucking Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory.
Are you ready?
I love Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Do I love Pat McAfee as a wrestler? I don't fucking know.
What the fuck is this picture of Austin Theory?
This picture of Austin Theory, he is smizing at me, and I hate it. That was on the WWE official website. Austin, I know you have blue eyes. You do not need to tell me. But I will say, okay, Austin Theory kind of being shoved down our throats. I don't know why Vince McMahon is so enamored with Austin Theory, but I will say Austin Theory is very good in the ring.
Yeah, I would agree.
And he's good at being an asshole.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope Pat McAfee wins. Oh, I would love if Pat McAfee won. But also, like, I don't know what Pat McAfee's wrestling style is.
Right.
I've never seen that.
He just kicks.
That's this thing. He just kicks. I will say though, when they were setting up the whole like Austin Theory's coming to whoop your ass live in this SmackDown episode, Pat McAfee got a look in his eye that made me think that he used to fight. I think Pat McAfee probably fought people.
You think little Patty McAfee never got in a brawl? In a brawl? Little Patty. Pat
McAfee just something about his eyes changed, and I was like, who is this?
Right.
This isn't the Pat McAfee I know and love.
Yeah, I'm excited for this match just because we all love Pat.
Yeah.
It's so amazing to see how quickly the WWE universe has just become obsessed with him, and they just love him.
He's fantastic. He's the best color commentator currently. Sorry, Corey. Byron, sorry. When you hear him talk, I listened to literally like 2 minutes of his podcast when he had Brock Lesnar, because that was all I could stomach. That man, Pat McAfee, not Brock Lesnar, well, probably also Brock Lesnar, loves wrestling.
Interesting. I thought he would be talking a lot about football.
Well, again, I only listened to the 2 minutes. But just think about him when he's calling matches and all of like the wrestlers and the moves that he talks about.
Right.
He's super knowledgeable. You can tell that he watched it as a kid.
Right.
So I'm interested to see whose moves he's going to borrow, because it would be really cool to see him do like a fucking rock bottom or something.
Oh, I think he's going to be in Texas. I think he's going to pull out
a stunner.
I think he's going to pull out Stone Cold Stunner. I would love to see him pull out the fucking the Spinneroonie. That's Booker T's thing. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm just excited for this match. And and I think Austin Theory, he's great as a heel. He's been impressive in the ring, and I think he's gonna make Pat McAfee look good in the ring. So
yeah. I can see them being like close friends.
Yeah, they're probably. I would hope so. I mean, to just let each other go fucking loose on them.
Around, yeah.
But yeah, I think Pat McAfee's taking the match.
All right, next we have Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn.
I'm yawning a lot today.
I love this picture of Sami Zayn because it looks like he took a shower for the first time in his life, and he's so excited about it. He's so happy to be clean for the first time ever. This is an anything goes match.
Yeah.
Do you think? I think there will be cattle prods, billy clubs, a trampoline, and an electric fly swatter. That's my prediction.
Yeah, probably. I would also love if like Wee Man and Preston and Steve-O popped up. Fucking
that'd be so funny.
Wee Man pops out of a trash can. Like, come on.
Isn't there a famous wrestler, a little person who would like
Hornswoggle.
Hide under the ring.
Yeah, he was just like a leprechaun.
I hate that.
Yeah, I mean,
if
agreed.
they don't dress him as a leprechaun, but they put Wee Man in.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot, especially if it's anything goes. I think you can get the whole Jackass crew in there.
What if Preston came out dressed as Johnny Knoxville and pretended to be him? That'd be pretty funny.
I want Preston to come out dressed
as
Sami Zayn. Or like if they all showed up dressed as different wrestlers and Preston was like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Wee Man was Roman Reigns.
Oh. Honestly, I don't know how technically good Johnny Knoxville is going to be in a ring, but I have a feeling that this match is going to be entertaining, to say the least.
Absolutely.
And Johnny Knoxville is probably going to win.
Yeah.
And then Sami Zayn's going to be like, the whole world is against me.
Right.
I had to buy a new phone. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I think Johnny Knoxville's taking it as well. My hope for the match is that they do some wacky shit.
And I think wacky shit is indeed in store.
Right.
All right. Next up, we have the Women's Tag Team Championship match. So we got a lot of people in this match, so bear with me. We have Carmella and Queen Zelina defending against Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, Naomi and Sasha Banks, and Natalya and Shayna fucking Baszler swooping in at the last second to make everything a little bit more confusing.
Yeah. I think this is an interesting way to go, especially because for so long we went without really seeing Carmella and Queen Zelina do anything.
Yeah. Or they would just come on to lose. Yeah.
So I'm happy they're getting a match. I don't think they're going to retain.
I don't think so either. I would love for Naomi and Sasha Banks to win.
I think Naomi and Sasha Banks have a real good shot. I also think Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan have a good shot. Those are my favorites to win. I would be very surprised if Natalya and Shayna Baszler. It's just such a hodgepodge team.
And they literally like just joined last week.
It'd be cool to see Naomi and Sasha Banks win. I was skeptical at first. I was for sure that Sasha Banks was going to betray Naomi at some point.
Me too. I was waiting for it. So next up, Edge versus AJ Styles.
Yeah. We got bad Edge right now.
We have fucking evil Edge.
Evil Edge. Brood Edge. I'm glad this match is happening.
I'm glad this match is happening too. AJ Styles also has a great intro that I love very much. He carries the cross for our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Is that's not it, is it?
John, you know what? I can't say.
It fucking might be.
I don't know. In my head, that's exactly what it is. I don't know. Since Edge is being naughty, I think AJ Styles should win.
I agree. I think AJ should win too. And this is a match people have been wanting for a long time. I'm glad that Vince didn't fuck us over and not give it to us. Yeah, I also think AJ Styles is taking this, but I think we're in just for a really good match. Mm-hmm. These guys never, like in their own individual matches, they don't disappoint.
Yeah.
AJ had a great match with Seth Rollins last week. Edge always comes through at pay-per-views. So like, even on like a match that isn't as like top tier for Edge, it's still very good.
Yeah.
Like the match that comes to mind is the mixed tag team that happened at Royal Rumble. Miz and Maurice versus the It couple and the Grit couple.
Yeah. And the shit couple. That's us.
And we're the shit couple. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just excited for this match in general. Yeah. I think it's going to be a really, really good one. And hopefully after this fucking match, we'll get rid of Edge's new music, his evil heel music. I want
an imposter.
You think you know me.
You think you know me. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I think AJ Styles is taking this, but I think it's going to be a hell of a match.
And I think Edge is going to be like, what have I done?
Right.
Who have I become?
And then Edge can start conditioning his hair again.
Someone give Edge some Shea Moisture, deep penetrating leave-in conditioner. Yeah. For the love of God, his hair is going to start a fire. What are you looking at?
I was looking at the bottle of, it's an empty bottle of creamer. I just saw it move a little bit. I think there was a cat over there at one point. I'll let you know if there's a ghoul.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Anyway.
You think you know me.
You think you know me. It's fucking Edge. He's coming to kick my ass.
Shit.
What'd you say about my hair, bitch?
What's next?
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
What's next? Yeah, it's WWE Champion Brock Lesnar versus Universal Champion Roman Reigns.
For a winner-take-all unification title match.
Yes. That's a loaded fucking match.
Yeah. I gotta say, this is a rivalry that when it started, I was excited for. In the middle of it, I was kind of over it.
Sick of it, yeah.
But the last few weeks,
I'm back, baby.
I am back. I am all in.
If you're going to have Brock Lesnar drive a forklift through an SUV, if you're going to have Roman Reigns steal Brock Lesnar's truck in front of him, I'm there. I'm here for that.
Absolutely.
Of course I'm excited. I love it. Give me more of this energy.
I want to see Paul Heyman running for dear life.
Oh,
and
God.
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious.
It's all been so good in the last few weeks. They have both been just on top of their shit. So I'm all in. Yeah, I'm surprised at how much I actually wound up really, really liking Brock Lesnar's entire Cowboy Brock run.
Yeah.
Even him, like, as annoyed as I was with them having him win Royal Rumble and blah, 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 blah. This is when the writing team really shows their ass, because they really make it just so entertaining. Yeah. And as far as the match goes, before I say my prediction, I want to hear what you think of this latest rivalry.
I agree. I think this last bout of rivalry has been pretty nice. When I was changing out the graphics for this, I removed the old Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar one to replace it with the new Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, and usually that's a bad sign. But I'm actually very excited for all the reasons that I said. It reminded me of the clips that you would show me of like old school wrestling. It feels like that. I don't know. It's just fun. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I think, listen, I might be a little bit biased. I think Roman Reigns is going to win and be a dual champion.
Yeah, I too think that, well, it's title unification, so it'll be one championship.
What is that? Okay. What does title unification mean?
It means they're uniting.
I thought it was just united under the same person, so one person has both titles.
I guess they could do that too.
How are they going to separate it again? Would someone have to challenge specifically for one?
That's what I would think, and they've done title unifications before, and they've had like just one championship.
Like one belt?
You're right. Yeah, merging the title. Yeah. I also think that my and your tribal chief will be taking home all of the gold. Just because I think his run, again, I agree. They'll probably introduce something new. That way they don't have they'll probably call it like the WWE Heavyweight Championship or I think the last time they did it, correct me if I'm wrong, One True Villain. I remember they used to have the Undisputed Championship. So they'll probably create something new. The best decision WWE has made with Roman Reigns is turning him heel. And his nearly 2-year run as champ. Like, what else can he do? Exactly. And so I think that's why if you're going to have him continue to climb these mountains,
let him go all the way to the fucking top.
Have him scale the mountain and start scaling a new one.
Yeah.
Have him be the new champ. Especially because my long-term theory, it's the same theory I have every single.
Is it the same theory that I wrote down here under surprises?
Yeah. I think this is one where it makes the most sense.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think there's a little more credibility to this time around.
If the tribal chief, my tribal chief, most importantly, your tribal chief, wins, first of all, he's going to be insufferable. Absolutely insufferable. So will Paul Heyman. But at that point, who could possibly defeat him?
I don't know if they'd defeat him, but I think they would definitely challenge him.
Who has the balls, the audacity to challenge Roman Reigns at his height. Perhaps maybe a family member, a relative. Perhaps someone who could tell embarrassing stories about Roman Reigns when he was a child. I don't know.
I don't even know if he knows
could
those
possibly
stories.
That be? Jimmy Uso? No. The Visionary, the Revolutionary.
Honestly, I would love... Man, talk about such an underrated match. Not underrated. I think people... But it was cut short. The Royal Rumble match between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. I would love to see that match again. And in long form. We always bring up that this is a possibility. But I think what would be cool is if Roman Reigns wins, he gets a challenger for next year's WrestleMania, if he still has the title by then, which would be the People's Champ, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I know One True Villain's going to come at us for that because we always talk about it. We always talk about it.
We're always wrong.
But I believe there was a tweet recently. It was either a tweet or an Instagram comment of The Rock replying to someone. Oh, it was after the Super Bowl. When they said, it was great to see you do your thing, and you left a little blank space for fans who know, the millions and millions of The Rocks. Yeah, we said it. Whatever. But he left a little empty space there because he didn't say The Rock.
Yeah.
And The Rock responded and was like, well, maybe you might see it back in the ring sooner than you think. How fucking cool would it be if he got, for next year's WrestleMania 39, we saw The Rock versus Roman Reigns.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I feel like we haven't gotten enough Tommaso Ciampa on, like, the main rosters.
Right.
Fun
fact, I thought Tommaso Ciampa's name was Tomas Ciampa.
I thought he was
like Mexican Irish.
Imagine that surprise when John saw it written out for the first time. So do you think Roman Reigns is going to win?
I think Roman Reigns will win, and I think
feel like Brock Lesnar's been here already longer than I anticipated for this mini comeback.
Oh yeah, and he'll come back again next year.
Yeah,
for whatever thing. Yeah, I think this is the best Brock's ever been, and he got 2 title wins out of it. But also, you wrote here, it would be cool if Bayley came back to challenge the winner of either one. I fucking hope so. Bayley and Asuka, bring them back.
Bayley and Asuka, where are they? I'll have to blank space to see if there are any other superstars you think may be returning or might have a little thing at WrestleMania.
I would love if, obviously not in a competitive sense, I would love if Triple H made an appearance.
Oh, I was going to say, what if Jerry the King Lawler came back to do
the
match?
Pat McAfee match?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can't. I think he came back last year. But yeah, I would love if they brought him back for a.
You know who was there last year to commentate? Commentate? Is that a word?
Yeah.
To commentate the Bad Bunny match?
Booker T. What if Jake Paul was there to do the Logan Paul match?
I don't think they would allow that. Because Jake Paul would say some off-the-cuff bullshit and then get fined for it. I don't know, but don't do that.
What I really wish is that we had R-Truth at WrestleMania.
If you're not going to let R-Truth wrestle, let him commentate. Get R-Truth on the mic.
I don't know if we want.
Put R-Truth on the mic. He's so funny. Hey everyone, Kendra popping in here just to go over some of the updates that we learned from Raw. So we have 3 new confirmed matches for WrestleMania. The first one is Bobby Lashley versus Omos. So John and I kind of touched on this a little bit. We did call it. Thank you. We will take that credit. But as we said, this was heavily rumored, and it was cool seeing them together. It was cool seeing Bobby Lashley knock Omos on his tall, huge ass. So yeah, it definitely got me a little bit more pumped to see their match at WrestleMania. And also, it's just nice to see Bobby Lashley back. Also announced is The New Day versus Fight Night. I hope they brand it as that because it's really good. And if they don't, it's a wasted opportunity. So we have Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston from The New Day going against Ridge Holland and Sheamus. And Butch is, there. I don't know what he's up to, but I don't like the look of him, quite frankly. I am always here for a New Day match, and I'm always here for a Sheamus match. So, in theory, this is going to be a good match. Seeing this particular group frightens me because now we all have shared trauma. But I like the idea of Xavier Woods being back. I hope it wasn't rushed. That's the one thing that I was worried about when I saw him return on Monday night. Just like Bobby Lashley, he looks very excited to be back out in front of a crowd. And finally, we have Seth Rollins versus an opponent of Vince McMahon's choosing. I wonder who it could be. Who could it possibly be? Your guess is as good as mine. Part of me is like, why even bother trying to keep it a secret? But part of me also loves a reveal. So you know what? I'm going to be cheering alongside everybody else when it's revealed to be Cody Rhodes and we all knew it all along. Oh my God, but what if it's not? Who would it be then? I can't get down that road. I think that's it. All right, bye. Y'all, we have to go make dinner. I'm hungry.
We're probably going to order dinner at this point. Raw starts in like 20 minutes.
If we order dinner, you're paying.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings.
Peace and love, y'all.
Give me a oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. All right.
All right, y'all.
Everybody.
Peace.